So one of the things that I've been getting a lot of questions on is what is happening around the country? Are we seeing more food shortages? Are we seeing price increases? Well, I want to give you more of a boots on the ground style video because I want to go through some of the comments of a video that I actually did this morning, and that was about Walmart and Costco warnings. Okay, so I want to talk about that because again, been getting a lot of comments from you guys, from the community members. I want to touch on those. I want to read those so that not only are am I staying informed, but you guys are as well. So let's get right down to it. Now I'm going to show you these comments because again, some of these are very telling about what's happening. So let's get started. And if you have questions on any of this stuff, please ask your questions down in the comment section below. So let's get right down to it. Here's the first one. Sandy Cannon says, I quit buying produce at Costco. Always a moldy or rotten piece. Cheese blocks mold quicker too. Maybe you solved the mystery. On the shelf longer? Question mark. That's the thing. It doesn't matter what you're buying. There's so many different products out there. And the thing is, yeah, if they sit on the shelf too long, they become moldy, stale, right? They expire. Those are things that we see all the time. And so that's one of the things I highly recommend you watch for is, okay, one of the things that I'm buying, such as cheese, is it becoming moldy? And again, this morning I talked about the same thing where I bought Parmesan cheese, and yeah, it was moldy. It was already starting to mold. All right, and then just the other day, where two people were standing in line, and it was the exact same thing. They were bringing back the same Parmesan cheese that I buy, just because it was moldy. But this person says, or Samantha S says, I was at Costco, and every bag of onions had moldy ones in them, and a lot, not just a little. I told the worker and swung by later to see if they replaced the bin with fresh ones. Nope, the moldy ones were still there. That's the thing. And I'm not bashing Costco because I like Costco. I do like Costco. We do shop there, spend too much money at Costco. But the thing is, even though there's a lot of workers there, and I've talked to many workers, I have a bunch of friends that work at Costco, and they've all told me the same thing, that even at Costco, they are required to do more. They have their specific tasks, their specific job or responsibilities, but Costco executives and management keep on adding additional tasks. So that's kind of what we're seeing there. And again, it's not the greatest news, but that's kind of what's happening. So if you go to Costco, you tell an employee, hey, got some moldy onions, chances are they're not going to switch it out, or at least not for quite some time. Now, we also heard from Robert Eggers. He says, I have noticed at Kroger's the package of food expires the next day. So why would somebody want to buy the package that expires the next day? I have also noticed it looks like they have changed the label on the meat and other packaged food to make it expire later, so people have brought food that have already expired maybe a day before it shows on the label. So scary. People are going to get food poison and be sick. I would advise people to really check packaged food. And somebody says, nobody's telling you to buy anything, so save it. Well, let's talk about that, Robert. First off, why do stores sell food the day before it expires? Number one, because they got to sell it. They already purchased it, they got to sell it. Most stores, and again, I've talked about this in the past, if you go to a store and they have a product that, and it could be at Costco, could be at Walmart, Kroger, Winn-Dixie, it doesn't matter where, right? Go to the store and say, hey, guess what? This product expires tomorrow. Well, you're trying to sell it at full price. Nobody's going to buy it. I will, but you got to give me a discount. Guess what? They're going to give you a discount. They do it all the time. Okay? So that's something I highly recommend. If you see it, okay, do that. Go and, again, I'm telling you, go and ask for a discount because management will give you a discount. Here's another one. Kano's Kid says Walmart is decreasing the size of their produce in the South. I took a photo yesterday of them doing so at my local Walmart. Yes, Walmart they are decreasing the size of their produce. the produce sections. Okay, I will even see about pulling up a picture that I got just today. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see, somewhere here. I'll pull it up and I'll show you if I can. Okay, because again, this is scary. We're not being told that there's not enough produce. And again, I talked about this morning, that what's happening is Walmart is actually shrinking the size of their sections. And so Kano's kid actually sent me this picture. Let me see if I can pull it up. But this crazy thing is, they're making the aisles smaller. They're bringing it in. Okay, they're bringing it in. Again, it's troubling news. Here's another thing. I live in Las Vegas. 18-pack of eggs is $5.69. Potatoes are $5.79 for a 10-pound bag. It's actually going up. Okay, and that's something that, again, we're seeing it. It is nothing new. And one thing I just want to say, and I think a lot of people have, kind of listened to my warnings. Some people are going to do stuff about it. Other people won't. No big deal. But if we see this railroad strike happen in 5 days, okay, the beginning of September 16th, if we see it happen, and that would be Friday. I believe it's Friday. Let me look. So yes, it'd be Friday morning. If this happens, guess what? We are gonna see truckers be overloaded with work. If that happens, guess what? It's not just truckers moving food and produce. No, they're gonna have to be moving food and produce. They'll be moving, regular goods and clothing and electronics. They'll be moving everything. Guess what happens then? We're gonna see a shortage of food. Hey, we will see a shortage of food. Look at this one. From Ray Semler. He says, I work in a church food pantry. We usually get a weekly USDA delivery of meat products and canned goods. In the last 3 weeks, we have only had one delivery, and that for peaches and grapes. USDA says they are not getting the products. Okay, we're going to talk about that, but first, let's delete this because this is not me. I'm going to go and hide this person from the channel, and let's move on. And again, if you see me say something, hey, let's talk, let's chat, send me something, right? That's not me. It's a scam. Don't fall for it. Now, Ray, he says, he works in a church food pantry. Yeah, the USDA says they're not getting the products. You know why? Because we are having issues with farming, with the produce, with shipping. We've had issues with fertilizer in the past. Guess what? We don't have an issue with fertilizer now, right? There's not a real big fertilizer shortage, but what's happening is it's taking longer to get to farms. Well, guess what? When we did have a fertilizer shortage, when when Russia decided to invade Ukraine, well, guess what? Farmers decided they were going to cut back on fertilizer. Well, they cut back on fertilizer to cut costs. When they cut back on fertilizer to cut costs, that also meant it cut into their harvest. They just weren't going to see a big harvest this year. Well, that's kind of why we're seeing the USDA come out and say, well, we're not getting the products because they don't have them, right? So again, it's a major, major issue. Now, I want to read Anne Michelle's comment, okay? Let's read this one right here. She says, I shop at Walmart, Winn-Dixie, and Publix, and everything went up in the state of Florida. I'm in Clearwater, Florida, and everything is sky high. Every time I go into one of the markets, it goes up higher and higher each and every other day, and I only get $120 on EBT. I barely buy 10 days worth of groceries. I don't buy a lot of meat, would be my guess. You can't, I'll only get it once or twice a month, either ground beef or pork. I can't even buy chicken anymore. And then she goes on to say, I do believe that the shortages is from the government. They do not want us to have nothing, no more than they want to control everything. Now, let's talk about that. Is there truth to the government coming out or not wanting citizens to have more food? there's some theories, okay? I'm not going to get into that today, but there are some theories that yes, it is possible that the government doesn't want us to have an abundance of food, because if you look into everything the government has done, they're trying to get people to cut back, right? Because, well, U.S. citizens or the American people are just overweight compared to other countries. Okay. But here's the thing. Is the government really doing that? Again, there's theories. Can they increase the cost of certain products they don't want us to consume? Yeah. Caffeinated drinks, sodas, right? Can they increase the cost because of sugar, right? Sugar is unhealthy. Yeah. Have we seen that? Yeah, we've seen it. So is this something that the government can do? Definitely. They can increase the taxes of food to get us to buy less food. They can also cut the cost or the taxes on food to get us to buy more, right? So again, is there some truth to this? Absolutely there is. Let's see, what else? And again, there's a lot of people that are saying that prices are going up. One person said bags of rice went from, or I think a 10-pound bag of rice went from $8.59, 20-pound bag of rice, from Sully Belly says, here it is right here. She says, yes, 20 pounds of rice used to be $8.59, not $859 at Walmart, but I wouldn't doubt it. $8.59 at Walmart. Now it's $11. I've seen the exact same thing. And again, let me know down in the comment section below if you're seeing some of these things as well, because this is happening. Okay, this isn't new. Let's read this one from Sonia Fox, because again, this is something I'm seeing as well. Sonia Fox says a lot of Walmart's frozen products tend to be expired, and especially if the frozen product contains meat. That's been my only problem when I buy groceries at Walmart on rare occasions. So I'm careful to no longer buy frozen White Castles there. It's happened a few times, and I never thought there would be an issue again with a lot of lapsed time in between each other, but apparently it remains a constant issue. With Walmart, I tell you right now, and I like Walmart. I think Walmart has its place. Walmart has gotten very big, and some people just go to Walmart because, well, they can get everything there. And I get it, I understand it, but at the same time, when it has everything, that usually means they don't have the best of everything, right? We saw this with Amazon. Amazon used to be great. Customer service was awesome. And again, I absolutely love Amazon. I'm an investor in Amazon. Love it. From the state of Washington. But again, as it got bigger and bigger and bigger, customer service went down. Shipping times sometimes get worse, right? The products are not as good. It's just the issue that we have. Let's see. Let's get this comment from Andrea Holiday. She says, the produce I've been buying in the last couple of months is not good. For example, large avocados I've been buying for 2 months in between a grocery store near me, Walmart. The avocados are always bad, and not when I buy them, they're green and shiny. I set them out like I always have, but it's been taking 2 weeks, maybe a few days more, when they turn black and when I open them up. They're either brown or they're rubbery, and I have to throw them away. They're just bad, and there's other things that I have bought like that in the produce section, and it is bad. And there are some canned items I bought that were bad, even which I was really surprised. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't matter what it is. Again, it's the shipping times, and just keep this in mind, because everyone thinks, okay, it goes from the farm, okay, to Walmart. That's not the case. Okay, there's usually a middleman. There's usually somebody that is the distributor. Okay, so it goes from the farm to the distributor, where the products are oftentimes cleaned. A lot of times they get a barcode put on them, whatever, right? Sometimes they get chemical sprayed on them. Again, we're not getting to that, but again, this is the issue, right? A lot of issues here. And this is what's happening is it goes from the farm to a distributor. Sometimes there's another middleman in between, right? The seller, right? And then it goes to the grocery store. But in many cases, it's not going to the actual grocery store. It's going to a warehouse where that warehouse then distributes the products to their chain of grocery stores. So again, it's not just Walmart. It's not just Costco or Winn-Dixie or Sam's Club, right? It's everything. Everything is like this, okay? Let's see what else we got here. And again, not only are we seeing shortages with products in grocery stores, we're seeing the exact same things in restaurants as well, okay? So that's nothing new. There's a lot of people that saying that we need to just grow our own products, our own food, and that's true. If we grew our own products, right, it wouldn't be a big issue. Yeah, we'd be paying more for fertilizer. We'd be spending the time doing all the other stuff. But again, at the same time, that's kind of where we're at. Let me read Samson David's comment here, because again, I like to do both sides. Okay, he says, Cinder, I guess he's talking to me. We have been complaining about rotten food from Sam's and Walmart for decades. Where have you been? Honestly, I've been oblivious to this. I shop at Walmart, okay, I do. I don't buy food at Walmart. I just don't. I buy food at Costco. I'll buy food at Fred Meyer, Safeway, Albertsons, places like that. I don't buy food at Walmart. I just don't. If I go to Walmart, chances are I'm going there because of, a toy. That's it, a toy. Nothing else, just a toy. And the reason I say that is because, I got 3 kids. And so chances are, if I'm going to go buy a toy, I could go to Target and I could buy the toy there, or I could go to Walmart, which is, fairly close to my house, and I could, buy it there, save a little bit of money, and it's, takes me less time. So a lot of times that's why I'm going to Walmart. But again, just been oblivious. I don't buy a lot of food at Walmart. Okay, if I'm there and I need a thing of bread, I'll buy it. If I need some milk, I'll buy it. But again, I just don't. This person says, Gail Wright says, Walmart is not the place to purchase produce. Go elsewhere. Again, this is not me. Okay, it says my name, has a phone number here. Okay, it does not have the check mark. Okay, it has my picture. Okay, let's go in and let's see. Let's hide user from channel. Let's get rid of them. Tarsha Green says Walmart produce goes bad quickly, and it does. Okay, it goes bad fairly quickly. Now, I could go on, and we got pages. Okay, we got pages of comments, and I can go on about these different issues. But here's the thing, they're happening. Okay, and I just want to follow up the video that I did this morning because that's kind of what we're seeing. We're seeing all these issues, and things are supposed to be getting better, but they're not. They're not getting better. All it is pretty much a smokescreen. We're being told a certain story, and things are getting better. Prices are coming down. No, prices aren't coming down. Prices are either staying the same or they're going up a little bit. But what's happening is the product size is getting smaller. Produce is smaller. Okay, so there's certain produce that you buy by the item. Well, guess what? You're paying more for it. And if you're paying by the pound, it's going up. Right? It's going up. I think everybody can agree on that. When you buy processed foods or stuff in a package, let's say cereal hasn't gone up that much. It has not gone up that much, and that's great news, right? But then you look at the box and it's like, oh, okay, I'm not getting 116 ounces of cereal. I'm getting 98 ounces. It came down 18 ounces, but the price is still the same. Is that really fair? Well, that's called shrinkflation. And yes, that is something we've seen over and over again. So let me know down in the comment section below what you are seeing, from what area, where in the United States, because again, this is happening all over the place. It's just a lot of people, like myself, for some stores, we just don't see it until it's actually pointed out to us. So again, thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.